So for a web development company, DNS and web hosting server. Yes, sir. ಹೌದಾ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದು ಡಿಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ Vijay, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now say first take two generic servers here, one and then two. Why two means one is for DNS and another is for web hosting, web server. You can say your DNS server and web server. You can also label ಇದು ಕರ್ಸರ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಲೆವೆಲ್ನೂ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು DNS ಸರ್ವರ್ ಓಕೆ ಅದು ಆಯ್ತು ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಬರೀ ಇಟ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅ ನೇಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಸರ್ವರ್ ಓಕೆ ಟು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಆನ್ ವಿಚ್ ಸರ್ವರ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಶೋ ಯು ಆನ್ ದ ಟೈಟಲ್ ಬಾರ್ okay. Now see, this is web hosting server, web hosting server, okay. So two servers we have configured, naming we have given. Now you take one switch 2960 and then two clients, generic clients. I am taking two clients. You can also take laptop, not like that, okay, but I want you people to check with this, okay? Configure the 2 or 4 laptops, because there will be not only desktop users in the company, maybe somebody is using laptop, right? So go with the 3 or 4 laptop in this scenario only, in this example only. So in scenarios okay, it is 0, no problem. So right now I am going to first connect it, okay. Fast Ethernet 0 to 0 and then 0 to 0 and then client 0 to 03. It depends on the network, what type of network you are using. You can change the cable, okay. We will go with another cable next scenario, okay. So take your CD man. I'm closing the needle. अभी थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा तेरे को. How multimedia PX works, how multimedia PC works, okay. Now two clients are ready and two servers are connected with the switch. We need to go with the configuration. First in DNS server, go with the settings, services. In the services configuration, DNS you take. DNS must be on, okay. DNS on ಮಾಡಿ ಈಗ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ ನೀವು ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು, ಓಕೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ www.one ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್ he want to host, ಓಕೆ. ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್ ಹೋಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ctech ಅಂತ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ ರೀ, ctech.com. ಇದರದ ಡೊಮೇನ್ ಹೆಸರು ಐತ್ರಿ, ಇದು ಏನೈತ್ರಿ ಡೊಮೇನ್ ಹೆಸರು 192.168.1.2. ಆ 2 ಸರ್ವರ್ 2 ದಿಂದ ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್ ಬರ್ತೈತ್ರಿ ಇದು, ಓಕೆ. It is coming from server 2 ctech.com. ಹೌದು 10 20 11 12 100 200 ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ctech.com 192.168.1.2, that means it is coming from server 2, but you are configuring in server 1, okay. And then what you need to do in configure fast Ethernet port, you have to configure your static IP address of the local server 192.168.1.1, okay. And then what else you need to do here? Fast Ethernet static IP address we have defined, and then in services check one more time DNS is correct or not. Yeah, DNS record is correct and it is on. And then now what you need to do is in physical port it is correct, in fast Ethernet port just for the local server, see it is a DNS server, right? For the DNS server you give the local IP of the DNS only. ಅಂದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮದು ಲೋಕಲ್ ಸರ್ವರ್ದು ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಏನು ಇರ್ತೈತಲ್ಲ ಅದೇ DNS ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್, ಅದರದ್ದು IP ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಅದರದ್ದು DNS ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಅದು ಹೆಸರು it is going to convert your English into IP address and then IP into English words. ctech.com means 192.168.1.1 sorry 1.1 IP address. 1.2 is website server, web server. You will understand, okay, and slowly you will understand. First, DNS server is your local server 192.168.1.1, okay. ಇದು ಲೋಕಲ್ ಸರ್ವರ್ ಏನೈತಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ದು ಡಿ ಎನ್ ಎಸ್ ಸರ್ವರ್ ಅದರದ್ದು ಐ ಪಿ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ 11 ಅಂದರೆ ಡಿ ಎನ್ ಎಸ್ ಸರ್ವರ್ದು ಐ ಪಿ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ 11 ಇರಬೇಕು. ಗಾಟ್ ಇಟ್? ಗಾಟ್ ದ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್? ಡೋಂಟ್ ವರಿ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಇಟ್. ಸೊ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸರ್ವರ್. Server second ಒಳಗೆ, so this is web hosting server. In fast ethernet you need to give one IP to the server 192.168.1.2. this is second server, right? That is the reason it is a second server and second IP address 192.168.1.2. but in services you need to enable HTTP window. You have to enable this server, HTTP server, because there is a hosting in this website is coming from here, okay. For example, welcome to CTech, and then hello, this is CTech home page. Wait, I am in recording, okay. This is CTech home page. This is CTech home page. That means I am configuring in server 2. I am configuring HTTP server, web page, website I am configuring, and then in fast ethernet we have given IP address 192.168.1.2. but in settings you need to define the DNS server. Where is the DNS server? DNS server is on top 192.168.1.1. this is our DNS server, okay. So in settings DNS server we have given, which is here, DNS server. but in ethernet we have given a local IP address, website IP address, local system IP address 192.168.1.2. now the ports are also on, but in services we have enabled HTTP window, HTTP service. Here we have changed, right? Okay, after enabling this, just close it. Verify in the server record configuration 192.168.1.1, and then in settings 192.168.1.1, services DNS service 192.168.1.2 because it is coming, website will come from here, then DNS will come from here, and then both will talk with each other to display the website here.
Client igonu 1.2 ante kotte
ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಐತರಿ ಇದು ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್ ಸರ್ವರ್ DNS ಸರ್ವರ್.
ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ ಕ್ಲೈಂಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ
ಇದು DNS ಸರ್ವರ್ದು 1.1, ಇದು ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್ ಸರ್ವರ್ದು 1.2. ಕ್ಲೈಂಟ್ದು ಬೇನೆ ಏನ ವಿ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರ್, ಏನ ಹೋಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಅದು, ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ದಿಸ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ನಾವು ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲೈಂಟ್. ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಮೊದಲ DNS ಸರ್ವರ್ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ ಕ್ಲೈಂಟಿಗೆ 192.168.1.1 DNS ಸರ್ವರ್, ಓಕೆ. ಈಗ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಎಥರ್ನೆಟ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಲೋಕಲ್ ಈ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ದು ಲೋಕಲ್ IP ಕೊಡ್ರಿ 192.168.1.3. this is local system IP address. the difference is that in DNS we need to call our original DNS server, ಅದು ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ನಾವು, okay. no, gateway is not there, we are not going with DHCP server. in DHCP especially gateway we need to take care of for internet traffic also. Now see, configure is done, configuration is done, and then close this server. now call to second configuration, second PC. first you tell about the DNS server. where is the DNS server? DNS server is on top, and then configure the local IP address 192.168.1.4, and then give the IP. so it is little bit tricky, slowly you will understand, okay, and then close it, okay. so just in DNS services record is added 192.168.1.2, and then in configuration Ethernet port is configured, and then in setting DNS is configured, and then come to the server, second server, check the HTTP port is on or not, and then in configuration it is calling to the host main server, right, and then Ethernet it is local IP. Okay, now what you need to do is you have to open the client, any client PC. Then you need to check whether the settings are working or not, whether the websites are opening or not. Because it is a web server, it should open websites, right? It is a web hosting company. Okay, in desktop you need to open HTTP browser, then c-tech.com. Okay, host name unresolved. Okay, ctech check ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, ctech.com. see, welcome to ctech. ಅದಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಲ್ಲ ನಾವು, ಅದಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪೇಜಸ್ ಬ್ರೌಸಿಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ನೀವು. ವೆದರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ದ ಬ್ರೌಸಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ವೆರಿಫೈ. ಸಿ ದ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. ಸೊ welcome to ctech. Now check in the second client whether the website is opening or not. Desktop http www.ctech.com and then press enter. See, welcome to ctech. So that means whatever you make changes in the web server, it will reflect on the other services. Now see, http here, hello, this is ctech homepage. Welcome to ctech and bandidare. This is ctech homepage. So whatever you change here, it will reflect there. So welcome to ctech ತೆಗಿತೀನಿ. welcome to web server ಅಂತ ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ. Okay, web server. Now you just close this and open the client http and then try to call it www.ctech.com. see, welcome to web server. Hello, this is ctech homepage. So that means browsing is happening correctly, your web server is working correctly, and then your DNS server is also working correctly. It is little bit complicated. I have just shown with 2 clients. You people need to go with 20 clients as per your problem, and then you need to check all the pages are calling or not. You can also check with the packet. Server to PC, then client to client. Adala. So you can also check with the packets, and then you have to stop ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು.